Hello and Happy New Year. I'm Diane Calkin with Utterly Simple Designs. I wanted to tell you about our latest project. We're starting a new block-a-month quilt. The quilt is called Pennsylvania Patchwork. It's 50 by 62 inches and has 12 12-inch blocks. Each month, we'll do a YouTube video with instructions for a different block, and at the end of the year, you'll have the 12 blocks to make this quilt. Instructions and the fabric requirements will also be found on our website, utterlysimple.com, under Block a Month. I've already picked out my fabric. Isn't it gorgeous? Please subscribe and join us for the fun. Thanks. Today we're going to do the first block of the Pennsylvania Patchwork Block of a Month quilt. Here it is right here. For this quilt, you're going to need the fabric black 1 1/8 yards, purple 1 1/2 yards, light purple 1/4 yard, and then blue, magenta, teal, and green 3/8 yards each. Don't worry about this. It's all on our website, utterlysimple.com, under Block a Month. The first block in our Block a Month is called the letter X. It's a 12.5-inch unfinished block. To make this, we're going to cut 4 4.5-inch magenta squares, 3 5.25-inch green squares, and 3 black 5.25-inch squares. This block contains 5 quarter square triangles, and to make those, we're going to start by making half square triangles. We're going to take one of our green squares and one of our black squares. We're going to put them together, and we're going to mark using your pencil. I like to use my chalk liner, and we're going to mark a line corner to corner. There we go. Now we're going to sew a 1/4 inch on either side of that line. I'm going to take it over to my machine and do that. Here it is sewn. I used white thread so you could see my stitches. Black might be better for this quilt. And now we cut it apart. You can use scissors or a rotary cutter. Since the sewing is already done, it's not critical. And then we're going to press this open and cut off the little tails, and we're going to have 2 half square triangles. We're going to repeat this for the other black and green blocks. Now we have our 6 half square triangles. We're going to take 2 of them and make a 1/4 square triangle. We're going to line these 2 seams up, but we're going to line them up so that the green is on the black and the black is on the green, but that the seams are lined up. Now I'm going to take a look here and make sure that that seam is making nice and lined up. And I like to use a little pin on this part because I don't want them to move when I take it to sew. And I like to have my nice points. So we're going to make sure that that's exactly lined up. There. Then we're going to do the same as before, only perpendicular to that line. We're going to draw a line corner to corner. And we're going to sew a 1/4 inch on either side of that line. Here it is sewn. I'm going to take the pins out and check before I cut that it looks good, because I could always rip out if I had to. Nope, that's looking very good. Let's check this side. Yep, good. Okay, now we're going to cut it apart. And we'll have 2 1/4 square triangles. And you're going to repeat this for the rest of your half square triangles, so you have a total of 6 1/4 square triangles. Now, this pattern, the block only calls for 5, but I really like to use this method of 2 at a time. So with the 6th one, I'm going to try to use it in my label on the back of the quilt. I'm going to press these and then we're almost done. It's time to lay out the block. Now we have all the squares and we can lay out our block. When you're laying it out, remember that on this pattern, the center one, the black is up and down, and on the ends, the black is side to side. You can lay it out any way you want, but this is the way the pattern is, and this is what I'm going to do. Now I'm going to sew each row together. There are the rows sewn together. Now when I press this, I pressed towards the magenta in each case. And I did this because it wanted to go that way, and then these seams would be opposite, so there wouldn't be bulk and they could nest together when I sew my rows together. So I'm going to line those seams up. I am going to use a pin for this also because I like those seams to meet and make nice corners. And I'm going to sew the rows together, this one and then the other one. So there it is, our first block done. One last thing though, we should measure it and make sure that it's 12.5 inches. That looks pretty good and good. Okay, if you thought this was fun, then hit the like button. Remember to subscribe and leave any comments or questions below. Also, share with any friends who might want to join in on this project. If you missed anything, you can rewatch this video or see the full instructions on our website, udderlysimple.com, under Block a Month. I love this block. It came out so nice. My sisters and I would love to see your blocks. Post them on our Facebook page. If you haven't already friended us, you can get there by using the link on our website. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next month for block number 2.